Actual tabletop cringe. When did you last cringe at the tabletop? Friendly local game store tonight. Playing some Necromunda with the lads. One autistic black guy sitting by himself organising magic cards. Ordered a fish and chips meal to the store for himself. Gets out huge napkin and tucks it into his button-up shirt. Claps his hands and says, "What? Itty-tacky my ass?"
Oh god, Megan, the video's already going to get taken down. What are you doing to me? What are you doing to me?
To nobody, very loudly. Then gets out chopsticks for fucking chippy food.
That's quality.
I think I pulled a muscle in my upper arm from physically cringing so bad.
Oh, that's dreadful. That's dreadful. What will be the last one for us? That wah? That was dreadful. Megan, you explain it. You were there. This guy did it to me a few times. To be fair, it was kind of funny. It was really unexpected. So
but it's whenever the whole store is silent, everybody's just like,
and everyone just
playing
turns
their
out
own little thing, and the next one, this guy lets out a huge
wow!
Top of his lungs,
so,
like the room shaking.
You guys
I have to hold the models on the table because he's like shaking the table violently.
So if you guys don't know, the guy I was playing against, he on turn 2, I believe, for orcs, I can't remember now, it's been that long. You get to Garwa and you get extra movement, so you do. Yeah. But he got in. He really enjoyed it.
Fair play getting into the game.
Fair play, that's what orc players like, and that's why you guys are cool. You know what I mean?
The veins were popping out in his head though.
Yeah, his eyes were bulging. It was just so unexpected. But let's get into this thread, will we?
Last major cringe at tabletop was 2 years ago, when our then new DM had one of the female characters seduce a lesbian half-orc to get her to sign a dating agreement with this other dude, so that dude would take us on a boat ride.
Okay.
The audible sighs from me.
Yeah. What are we doing? Why do people think this is such a great idea? Just don't, guys.
Said player was very small, very shy, and very timid at the time, while DM is trans, about 6'2", and built pretty damn big. Looked exactly like evil, malevolent dragon torturing poor defenseless princess. Just remember thinking it was uncanny how accurate it was. Player is very obviously uncomfortable, as was table. DM insists on role-playing it out.
Why do they insist on it? They really have to do this, don't they? See, this is what sets the tone of a Cummer. To me, if you want to,
this is what makes me scared to go back.
Yeah, I'm actually pretty comfortable playing online at this point.
At the beginning, I was like, "Fuck, Roll20," but now I'm like,
actually, I really enjoy Roll20 now. But see, when you come across stuff like this, now this is what makes a Cummer a true Cummer. It's whenever they force other people
into being Cummers.
Yeah, it's like, no, you're gonna sit here and you're gonna fucking enjoy it with me. You know what I mean? Oh, keep going.
Unfortunately, that never happened again. Oh, sorry, fortunately.
Yeah.
I was like, why unfortunately? DM got better, and the campaign is actually pretty damn solid otherwise.
Oh, well, good on you.
Well, that's good.
That's good. They got their urges under control, so good for you.
Playing Root at friend's house. Invite friend's cousin. Bring pot, bring bong. Put on TV, an anime about people fucking different fantasy species and raiding them.
Wait, what type of anime?
What is this?
Can anyone actually tell me what anime is? The anime show about, is it like a weird? Is it like a hentai knockoff? And it's like, oh yeah, so this one's kind of cool, but this ain't got nothing on
this.
You know what I mean?
Barely pays attention to the rules. Begins to drink and smoke pot. Derails game as she describes getting an abortion to a stranger. Moves between abortion talk and how fun it would be to fuck a slime girl. Second time I'd ever met her.
Megan, we're definitely doing that top 10 Cummer list.
Oh, yes.
I'm gonna, I want you guys to put your recommendations. Yes. I've already got a pretty solid top 5, but I could do with a bit of help working out a top 10. Mm-hmm. So if you guys have got any recommendations, we're definitely going to combine a big video together and make
do
a top 10
Cummer list.
Because, look, we just can't.
Lord Wizard, who's on good terms with the party, shows us his library. Drunk player suddenly starts rambling about how one of the books belongs to his people, and that the Lord is a dastardly swine for taking it, attacking the Lord. Lord effortlessly knocks him down with one spell. The rest of the party idly stands by. Drunk player attacks again and is knocked down once more. After the third time, the DM declares the character unconscious. Don't ever come to the table shit-faced.
Look, don't call me out like that, okay, guys? Don't call me out, okay?
Look, coming to the table shit-faced is okay if everyone else is drinking.
Well, that would call me fucked.
I know.
Yeah, last game I had was actually...
You were shit-faced?
Yeah, look, okay, it's not... Normally I'm not that bad. Normally I shut the fuck up. You know what I mean?
No, you don't.
Like, I'm really not that bad. And I don't do it all the time. It's like maybe once a month at best.
Okay.
It's not that bad, alright?
Alright. When did you last cringe at a tabletop? Probably like 3 years ago. Friend wants to run a mythic evil campaign in Pathfinder as a change of pace. One player in our group who never plays anything but neutral good or lawful good in D&D or Pathfinder is against the idea but eventually relents. We all spent the week leading up to the game talking about our character concepts and speculating on the direction of the game, except for that player, who is uncharacteristically quiet. Game day rolls round and we start. That player is playing a wizard. First thing he does is immediately break away from the party, makes his own little pocket realm, finds the nearest undefended village and razes it, but not before kidnapping all of the village's female children.
Oh, for God's sake, I was about to stop you there and be like, oh, well, they're playing an evil campaign, but then I left and then, that next, yeah, okay, guys, right.
At this point, the rest of the table has stopped with their inner character bickering and become clearly uncomfortable with the direction this player is going. DM tells him this really isn't terribly appropriate for the table. The player clarifies that it's all okay because he's not going to touch the kids yet.
Yet?
Yet?
Fuck! Jesus Christ.
Fuck, he's just going to trap and groom them to be his sex slaves when they're 18. As if that's much better.
Look, okay, look. I want to have a filthy harem, but I do have standards, guys, okay? I have standards, right? I just want to do a bit of social manipulation, okay? Don't judge me, right?
DM begrudgingly decides to let him continue, but more or less sidelines him the rest of the session 1 to focus on the rest of the party. The next session, the dude is constantly pushing the DM to let him elaborate on what he's doing to break these girls in his pocket realm.
I love the way they call it the pocket realm.
I know.
You mean pocket pussy?
DM basically throws his hands up and nukes the setting and the campaign by the end of the session rather than to have to deal with the guys whining if we kicked him out of the game. We still play with the guy because he's a longtime friend and roommate of one of our players. But man, I've never quite been able to look at the guy the same way again. I won't easily forget the joy he expressed when he was doing it, nor his disappointment when the DM wouldn't enable him by continuing the game.
I've always wondered about that when it comes to like these sorts of stories. Like normally they do fall apart.
Yeah.
But have you guys ever experienced it where like, it continues, but like, you've always got that memory, that taint,
yes.
Because like, let's be serious, there's some things that just leave a smell. Or like leave a taint, it like marks the soul almost.
Yeah. Hey guys, do you like models in your tabletop role-playing games? 'Cause we do too. Do you like having big bitty waifus on your table? 'Cause we do too. We got human biddies, we got lizard biddies, we got orc biddies, oni biddies, cat bussies. We've got everything you want at neckbeardia.co.uk.
Check the links down below, it helps us out a lot.
Sorry for interrupting the video, let's get on with the story. Wanted to find a new group after moving, and had a lot of cringe experiences finding new groups at the local game store. Mainly because I'm not used to being the least retarded person in the room.
I relate to that, I fucking relate to that too hard.
And it always left me feeling disgusted. Worst one was where this near elderly woman was trying to play a seductive archetype that her husband painfully made for her over 4 hours while we were sitting there. It was supposed to be a somewhat serious campaign, but any action to move the plot was overshadowed by her saying, "I want to seduce her or him." And it just came off as pathetic to me, but the table was all for it. I felt physically unclean after that session.
Is that some form of like weird cuckold experiment? Is that what it is?
I don't know. Oh,
Is that what
odd.
it sounds like?
It's odd. Why don't they just go on roleplay?
I don't know, like this. I definitely identify with this fella. He says he feels physically unclean.
No, just roleplay. Together.
Yeah.
Alone.
Yeah, please. Please.
Hosting Pathfinder at my house. I'm not GMing, so I make food. Offer up the drinks in my fridge and a couple of joints to pass around if people are interested. 20 minutes into the game, a player and the GM got into an argument over whether or not an ancient city would have huge underground sewers or networks of tunnels or aqueducts. GM argues it's fantasy and that the city is built by a prior race that was technically / magically advanced enough to do so. Player argues it's unrealistic.
No, I know.
I think
think of like Romans and yeah, no, that works for me. I'm cool with that.
GM shows pictures of real life sewers that are large enough to walk through. Player argues real world examples are irrelevant. I
don't know. Keep going.
Just because it's fantasy doesn't mean that it doesn't take from real life.
And generally speaking, in fantasy, it's
more
bigger.
medieval as well, but it just goes bigger than what we have.
Yeah, I always find in fantasy settings it tends to be way bigger. Like think of pretty much think of anything in fucking Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
anything, almost any fantasy setting has got that. The colossal loops were pretty big, but they're not as big as other things that are very much representations of them.
GM argues instead then to picture the city as being similar in scope, an advancement of Yarnham from Bloodborne. Player changes tactic and starts in on GM about being a hack and ripping off games. GM says it was just an example. This goes on for 45 minutes. 45 minutes off my fucking life. I got up, left, had 2 fags, came back in to see them awkwardly try to throw punches. Kick them both out. Sit awkwardly with 2 remaining friends as GM and player collect their shit and leave. Argument continues for days in group chat. My face went. Ended up taking their characters through a quick one-shot to recoup the mood and time. Had fun in the end.
Well, that's nice. At least I have fun in the end. Honestly, is it anything worse than say a couple come around to your house and then they just start arguing?
Oh my god, I always get so awkward.
Is there anything more awkward than
I hate being in a couple's company when they're fucking fighting?
Or even just friends or anything, see whenever
friends aren't as bad, I don't think, because with friends you can kind of jump in and be like, right, okay,
come on boys, calm down.
But if it's like a couple, it's like
yeah, it doesn't really work too well. I don't get what this argument was based off at all. Be honest with you, I don't get
fucking nothing.
It is. It's a pure argument for the sake of an argument. Almost. There has to be something else going on here. There has to be. There's no way. I'm pretty autistic when it comes to shit, but that's next level.
Yeah.
Oh, your sewer system doesn't have that. It's like, shut the fuck up. Just go with it, alright?
Met a girl through work. First time we talk, she invites me over to play League of Legends with her. She's good. Real good. Asks me to come over and watch anime. Expect some Moe shit or Ghibli. It's Legend of Galactic Heroes and fucking Masamune Shiro 80s classics. Okay.
I'm sure they're very good. I've just never watched them, guys.
Don't in the comments, please try and give us anime. Things
you know the worst thing is,
do you want to know a secret? We're not going to watch them.
The worst thing is, we actually sat down and we really tried to give JoJo a go.
Yeah.
And it just wasn't for us.
And if I'm not getting into JoJo,
I do like Studio Ghibli, but I don't consider Studio Ghibli stuff
anime. No.
Anime, I consider that like Japanese Disney. In my opinion. But
asks me to DM for her and some friends. Expect meme shit, overly invested boyfriends and bored women. They're all really into it, and they're grateful for me even taking the time to DM for them. Eventually ask her out and she says yes. First time we fuck, I half expect to see a cock because she's too base to be a woman. No cock. Aw, rest in peace, Rach. Only the good die young. Aw. Oh, my heart's just falling out of my asshole.
That's very sweet. The feels.
R.I.P. Rach.
I didn't expect to get feels.
I didn't expect it. That hit me so goddamn hard, bro.
I don't want feels today, okay? I wasn't in the mood. I wasn't hyped for Cringe, or I was hyped for Cringe, not
not for feels.
Per leech. Yeah, I think we'll just end it there, will we?
Yeah, we'll just end it there.
Yeah, I don't think I could do cringe after that.
After that, no.
No, that's very sweet.
Well, if you've got your own cringy ass stories, put them in the comments below because I love reading them.
Yeah.
And also while you're down there, check out all the links. Check out the models, the t-shirts, the subclasses. There's tons of shit on the website. Go check it out. Check out my channel while you're down there.
Oh yeah, Megan's got a channel. You should be uploading
tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
Either tomorrow or Monday. It's going to be because I have a baby scan tomorrow.
Oh yeah, so it just
it's either
depends.
tomorrow or Monday I'll post, but we'll see.
Find out. We're not too sure yet.
But hit subscribe, hit the notification bell so you get notified every time we post, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye!